Good evening, guys. I'm going to show you how to do manual replenishment and also how to deal with floating loss. Okay, now you must understand that in Royal Queue, floating loss is actually one of the means, the first means to make money. Okay, because if you enter a coin and the coin just starts rising, you don't get to take more profit. But when you are in a floating loss, as indicated in here, you can see that almost of the coins are in floating loss. Okay, now when you are in a floating loss of this kind, it helps the robot to buy in the dip. Okay, so for instance, look at this. Okay, the coin used to be up, and some 4 days ago, this coin actually pumped about 72%. Then 3 days ago, a day after it pumped, it started falling. It fell significantly close to 24%. Okay, and so if you had traded this coin when it was at its peak, okay, when it was at its peak at this point, it means that you would have been in a floating loss. Okay, means that you'll be in a floating loss. Okay, so um, if you are in a floating loss of about this percentage drop, how do you deal with it? Okay, so I'm going to teach you that. Now you come to your strategy where you have your trades ongoing, then you click on strategy. Now you look for the coin that is in a floating loss. Okay, so now I have ACT, I have BTC, I have Cardano, I have SCPT. Okay, so assuming I'm in a floating loss on Cardano, okay, this coin, which is of about 10% floating loss. When you check here, the floating loss percentage is what? 10%. And I want to come out of this 10% floating loss. I just tap anywhere in this area, okay, or this area or this area, anywhere you can tap, it will take you to the this interface. Now when it brings you to this interface, the first thing you can do to deal with floating loss is either by manual replenishment, or you deal with depositing enough funds and then opening more margin calls. Okay, so now to deal with or to do manual replenishment, you click on this buy button here. Okay, when you click on this buy button here, it will actually open up this interface for you. Okay, now take note of some few things here. Okay, let me move this Q floating window. Okay, I think I've logged it, so it's not movable. All right, so watch this. This is the floating percentage that you are currently in. Okay, this is the average price of the coin. Okay, when you bought it, this is the average price, and this is the floating percentage. Now we want to reduce this floating percentage. Okay, so you click on market price. Okay, when you click on market price, it will indicate blue this way. Then now you come and click within this space, where it has been written here. Okay, you click here. Okay, so now as I've clicked at this place, watch whatever amount I'm going to input here against the USDT. Okay, see what is going to happen to this percentage and then this average price. Okay, now it will not affect it directly at this place, but it will show in this area where we have estimated holding profit loss and estimated average price. So that is where you see the changes occurring. So this percentage is going to reduce, and then the reduction that will occur will appear here. Then the average price here will also be reduced, and then that reduction will appear here. So if you execute the confirm button after you have done what I'm going to show you, you see that the new average price that will appear here at this area, and then the floating percentage that will appear at this area, will now reflect in your trade. That will be the current holdings on your trade. So let's do that and see. So now I've clicked the market price. Now I'm here, and then you watch the position percentage closely. So I decide to buy, let's say, just $10. See, when I just entered one, it reduced to 9.60, and it's 9.70 up there. I make it $10. See, the moment I made it $10, the floating percentage reduced from 9.63 whatever down to 8.89, and then the average price, which is 1.0023, also changed to 0.9941, drawing it closer to the current price. So what is the current price? The current price is what? The current price is 0.967. I get it. So this has been drawn closer to this current price, reducing this average price here. I get it. So let's see. Assuming I decide to do a manual replenishment of $100, check what has happened. The 9% floating loss has been reduced to 5.19%. I seen it. And then what happens to the average price? The average price of $1 has been reduced to 0.9563, drawing it closer to the current price of the coin, which is 0.9066. Okay, so guys, if you have done this, okay, and you are at a floating loss of 9%, and now this floating loss has been drastically reduced to 5%. If the coin should just pump by 5% and over, what do you think is going to happen? Share your comments in the group. Okay, what do you think is going to happen? Okay, but let me just say it, the coin is going to come out of the trade easily, and then you have to either pick the same coin or you pick another coin. So once you enter your available amount here that you want to use to do the manual replenishment, you just come and click on confirm. Once you click on confirm, it will buy it and then reduce the average price for you. Okay, so guys, that is how to do manual replenishment. I believe this was helpful. So don't say that you are in a floating loss of this percentage, so you're not going to do anything about it. You're just going to sit down and wait till the price comes up to meet your average price. It will take you a longer period. Okay, I had this same Cardano. Let me show you something here. I had this same Cardano running for over um close to 43 days. Watch, see it, look at this. Okay, for 43 days this coin was running. 43 days, look at it here, guys. See, it was because of manual replenishment and also depositing some amount of my of a capital, and then opening more margin calls that helped me to come out of this floating loss. Look at the average price that I was drawn to. Okay, and then the current price of the coin was even at 0.6. Okay, so when the coin did a pump of about 72%, I came out of it, and look at the profit I made on it. That same day I entered the coin again, and look at the profit I made on it. So dealing with floating losses by manual replenishment and also by opening more margin calls is the easiest and then the nice way to come out of the market and make more money, guys. So please, let's all take advantage of this and not sit back and say, I'm in a floating loss. I've deposited this amount in it. I'm trading and I'm in a floating loss, so I don't have to put in any more money. I will just have to wait and all that. It's good to wait, yes. Like I always say, trading is 10% buying, 10% selling, and 80% waiting. But most of the time, the waiting is not just sitting idle and watching. Waiting is actually working out your way so that whatever you are anticipating can reach you quickly. I wish you all the best. Watch out for another video on how to navigate through Royal Q and make more profit. Stay blessed. Thank you all.